Hello, all you beautifully lunar aligned creatures. This is Arwen from Even Star Wellbeing. Welcome to my Facebook Live for this evening, which does have an astrological flavour this time, but as always, I will tie it in with my Even Star 5-star Wellbeing tips for how to manage the energy of the gorgeous new moon that we have happening very early in the morning tomorrow here in Australia. So while you're sleeping, we'll have the peak of the new moon, which is really the smallest moon that we get during the month. And it's sitting in the sign of Pisces, the watery, flowy, going with the universe energy of Pisces. So that is what I'm going to talk to you about tonight. So we're really, new moon is always, carries the energy for us of being able to set plans, make our intentions, sow the seeds for what we want to reap for the next month. And this month, however, we are really being encouraged to not overthink that, to kind of use our intuition and to go with the flow. So I would like you to picture in your mind's eye a beautiful river flowing, the way that the water moves around rocks and anything else in its way, rippling plants in the bottom, carrying little animals, fish with it. So we are going to try and let our own energy be like that river this month to help us achieve everything we want to achieve, but without worrying about how we're going to get there, without planning everything to the 9th degree. So this really involves a great deal of trust. And for us to be able to trust, we certainly need to be able to open our hearts, and we also need to be able to activate our sacral chakra, our emotional energy center, which is really connected with the moon. It is activated by lunar energy. So it is a difficult thing to do, to go with the flow, especially in our left brain centric world, where we're really encouraged to, use all these apps and calendars and planning tools to make sure that we can absolutely get to where we want to get through many minuscule actions or big actions, rather than just letting things happen a bit. So what I'm asking you to do is release the need to know how that desired thing or person or achievement is going to be manifested for you. Forget about how. It is important, definitely, to know the what, to specifically being asking the universe for what you want, but then releasing the next bit, letting go of what it is that you need to do or let happen, just trusting that the right things will happen. So it might be easy again to go into our water analogy and think about it like being caught in a rip in the surf. The harder you fight against it, the more you try to swim against that current, in actual fact, the more exhausted you're going to be, and the further you're going to get carried away from the safety of the shore and the achievement of what you want to get to for this month. So instead, if you let yourself go out and around the rip, which seems obviously the long way to go, in fact, is more efficient and more direct in the end. So don't fight, just trust, and you will become the light to bring everything that you deserve to you, that you want to come to you. I love the line. Immediately when I was writing about being the light, I had that line from the Rocky Horror Picture Show in my head. and looked up the lyrics about even in the velvet darkness of the blackest night, you will be the light. Guiding all the gifts, beckoning everything that you want to you. So let's talk about how you can do this. I want to focus on the second chakra, the sacral chakra, our emotional energy center, because as I said at the start, this is activated by lunar energy. What we can do to help ourselves achieve this flowing state, so it's all about going with the flow, is relax, breathe, trust, and on a more practical level, food. So fats and oils, they're what lubricates everything that works in our body. Every single working part needs fat and oil to make that happen. And again, just thinking about that flow image, making sure that everything's flowing. So I want you to make sure that you're including good quality fats and oils, especially plant-based ones, into your diet. And such things as olive oil, flaxseed oil, coconut oil, all the rage. And if you eat animals, then fish oils are fabulous for this as well. And again, we're sticking with that water with fish coming from the water. And then other things, nuts and seeds are fabulous for getting those gorgeous oils as well. Avocado and leafy green vegetables in general are going to help that flow. So that comes from that source, but also the fact that we need fiber. We need soluble and insoluble fiber to keep the flow of our digestive system. So making sure that you get both those types of fiber, which you can do just by eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables. So eating the rainbow, which seems to be a phrase I'm hearing more and more, thank goodness, because it's so important and so easy to just mentally tick off, have I eaten every colour of the rainbow today? So if your digestive system isn't flowing, then toxic waste builds up effectively, and that is not going to do your well-being any good and not going to do your metaphysical body any good in terms of going with the flow. So sea plants and animals, I just mentioned fish oils before, so eating fish and seafood and eating your sea plants, getting some nori in. There's lots of sea plants out there, which many of us probably don't explore very much in our diet. So give that a go if you're wanting to really access this energy of this new moon. Orange coloured foods in general, so your fruits and veggies that are orange in colour are going to be great for the sacral chakra. They all work with that same vibration. So getting orange into your life in general is going to be helpful. Look at me, I've got the perfect wrap on today. Go me. Water, definitely, absolutely essential for flow within our bodies and therefore then within our metaphysical bodies as well. Making sure you're drinking enough water, trying to have it filtered and plastic free is really helpful as well. And just bearing in mind that we are 60 to 80% water, which is why we're so influenced by the moon. So especially at this time when you're wanting to access the energy of the moon and go with the flow, we want to make sure that that energy does not dry up. So we need to keep drinking our water. You can move your body in water as well if that's something enjoyable to you. Swim, float, even just having baths and showers, maybe a bit more than normal. And being near water as well, so just being able to walk by the sea or a river or a lake would be really good. Movement that activates the sacral chakra area of the body, which is our hips and our everything around that area in the low abdomen. So in fact, I'm going to recommend sex as one of those things, and also things like yoga and tai chi and dancing are really great for this part of the body. Sweating helps with the flow as well, and again that detoxing, including with moving the digestive system. If we're sweating, perhaps leave an extra layer of clothing on to really help yourself to detoxify, and that again provides that release for all levels of energy. The other things with your surroundings, I wanted to just give you the details in the video today for crystals and essential oils. So the crystals I'd recommend are amber, angelite, snowflake obsidian, and sodalite. And they're all kind of around that trust and truth and intuition energy. So they're going to magnify that for you. So they would be some good ones to get your hands on or get out of the dust if you've had them lying around and haven't used them. They're perfect for this time of the month. And essential oils, the ones that I would recommend are arbor vitae, cilantro, coriander. So they are both from the coriander plant, but one is from the leaves and one is from the seeds. Cypress and wintergreen. So again, all around surrender, freedom, trust, going with the flow, trusting in higher powers. The details of what each of them will do will be in the blog that I'll put on my website. And meditation is always great for our being aspect of 5-star well-being. So you might want to look up some meditations on trust and openness, or listen to some water-based relaxation music. There's a lot of that around. And even looking up meditations for the new moon, there'll be plenty of them available as well, especially on YouTube. Affirmations that you might like to use. So write this down, get it up somewhere in your home or your office where you're going to see it regularly, and repeat it 3 times. And then you're weaving the magic of this affirmation for you. So one is, I am fluid and flowing in harmony. Another one is, I trust the universe to deliver what I need for my highest good. So whichever one resonates with you best. Energy healing is always great for us to open, to allow the flow, to allow energy on all levels to flow through our bodies, and to access that energy of the moon as well, to really open up that sacral chakra for you. So if you'd like to book a session in any of my locations in the western suburbs or eastern suburbs of Melbourne or the Bellarine Peninsula, then please do so. I'll put a link to my bookings in the notes below as well. I hope that you have a beautiful new moon, and just try and go with the flow. Basically, go with the flow, people. Get your 70s vibe on and let it be. All right, be well. Good night.